Hey, what's up, guys? This is Tarot King the Prophet back with another Crown King Tarot presentation. About to do a reading for Virgo. This is the month of June, but I don't like to timestamp my reading. I just like to let you know what I'm doing. So hopefully, when you find this reading is for you. I don't care if you find it in December, you know. So hopefully, when you find it, this reading is for you. Excuse the background. I'm kind of outside right now, so you're gonna hear a lot of outside background sound, voices, cars riding by, systems and everything. And I also like to I got this lo-fi hip-hop music playing in the background, so hopefully you guys like that. Alright, I start every reading out with a fortune cookie for my roses. This is the fortune cookie from the Moonology Oracle deck. You guys are the roses. Alright, so without further ado, let's see what we got. Chillin', chillin', chillin'. It's not summertime, but I feel that summer breeze where it's nice out here right now. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Don't know your North Node is the direction that you're supposed to head to in life. Your South Node is a sign of where you came from, possibly in your past life. Say that with a list, life. Your past life. North Node. 11 and 6 are your numbers. That angel number 11 popping out for you. And 6. Okay? Step out of your comfort zone, Virgo, North Node. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? The attunement to the moon, Virgo, is I know I'm headed in the right direction. Excuse me. I know I'm headed in the right direction. The teaching behind this card is the North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. I like that. In order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. So I just did a reading of the collective, and this really goes with it a lot because it's all, and I say collective, I mean all signs. It really goes with it a lot because it's really just saying, face your fears, go after what you are scared to go after. I don't want to say what you think that you can't have, but what you are afraid to attack. Full speed ahead, alright? Anyway, if you know, you know I use the Wildwood Tarot deck. I have a little deck and I have a big deck. The exact same deck. One's just a little deck, the other one's a big deck. I use the big deck to get the main energy of the reading. That's the main general energy, and then also the main energy for the past, present, and the future. Okay, then I come back around with a little deck and I use 3 cards for the past, 3 for the present, and 3 for the future to find clarification. And then I go back one more time with 1 card for the past, present, and the future to get summaries for each section. And then I come back to the big deck and I lay down 1 final card for the final message from the universe. Okay? Alright, so without further ado, we have the Ace of Stones in reverse. That is about growth, lack thereof, with it being in reverse. The ending of something. The ending of something with that ace, the word ace being right there, that's like saying the word one. So the one, no matter which way you flip a one is always a one, and it's the beginning of something. But when it comes to the words, to me, it's like the opposite. And even though the word is not one, it's ace, it's representing that one. Okay, so when you flip it in reverse, it's saying the end of something, stopping something. Okay, whatever it is that is stopping, there is no more growth in the situation. There is nothing to come out of that situation. Okay. Let's go into this past, this present, and this future. I made a lot of screens so you can see all these cards, but it's all good. I'm gonna show you. Funny. This is the main general energy of the collective reading that I was just talking about. This is about something being done over and over again. This is about a karmic cycle. Okay, with this 2 and this 1 in reverse, like I said, that number 1 being in reverse, that's about beginning something. That the 2 is about choices, forward, back, left, right, up and down. You know, decisions A or B. You know, this what it being in reverse is about going in one direction, not really having a choice in that situation. And as I said, this world tree in reverse is about a cycle that you've been through before. When they're right side up, the story of tarot ends with this card. This is the very final fake place that the fool or the wanderer visits, and they learn everything that they possibly learn about a situation. Then they begin a new cycle, but not you, not in this situation. You haven't had your time with this voyage one time. You know, you are on the same voyage again, and maybe again and again and again and again and again and again and again. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be a financial matter. You know, you could be doing everything right to get that money, honey. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing everything right to get that money, hell, that's a karmic cycle I want to be on. But if you are failing or falling into a routine that keeps you stuck, then I definitely would like to move on, unless that I'm stuck getting that money or getting good fortunes or so on and so forth. Coming to the present, you had the 6 of Bows in reverse. Now 6 is the number of the cube. It's about building, seeing things from all sides. But this is the word 6, and it's in reverse, because if it was the number 6, you flip it around, it's the number 9. Whole other meaning. But this is the word 6, so I'm gonna say it's the opposite of that. It's not building, it's about tearing down. It's not about seeing things from all sides, it's about seeing things from one side, from one view, one direction. Okay? This is the card of abundance. Okay? So we're gonna say in this past that it's not about money, because right here, with this being in reverse and this present, it's just like not getting something out of whatever routine it is that you're going through. Whatever cycle this is that you're going through, you're not getting a lot out of it. You know what I mean? And the purpose of going through routine or doing something of this statue is to gain, to get something out of it. Remember, this main general energy is the Ace of Stones in reverse. That's like lack of growth, falling right in line with that with the 6 Bows in this present of that not getting any abundance. Okay. Coming to the future, we have another Ace in reverse. Oh, it was just brought to my attention that all of these cards are in reverse. So this is something that can change. Okay, this can change. Even in the past, the perception of it can be changed, can be looked at different. You can be sitting back like, oh, this is the same old shit. I'm doing the same old shit. Or you can look at it like, oh no, that was just trial and error. All that shit back there in the past was just trial and error. I'm going to get it right this time. You know, something like that. This is the Ace of Arrows in reverse. You know, this is about something stopping, but this is about something coming back, like something coming back to you. You know, or facing, sort of like facing a reality. You know what I mean? Not looking so far ahead, not looking so far into the future, which can go a couple different ways. I know if I was to jump on a project and I look way down the line in this project, I'm probably not going to complete that project, because in my head it's like, man, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of shit to do. I don't know if I could do that. You know, I need to look at it step by step by step. You know, and this also could be facing a reality to where it's telling you to not think so worldly, not think so far out. And this is an air card, an air energy card, so it definitely has something to do with the mentality, possibly has something to do with the mentality or things that you can't see, like thoughts, you know. But this is about possibly bringing your perception back, grounded back to reality. You know, not necessarily reality, but something a little bit more feasible, a little bit more reasonable than what was thought of. Okay? All right, let's get to this little deck. I've already shuffled, but we're going to shuffle a little bit more. We're going to get to this little deck and we're going to get some clarification on this past, present, and the future. We're getting somewhere, Virgo. We're getting somewhere, Virgo. I think the energy in the air today is about projects and businesses and hobbies and things like that. Look at that. The Wanderer would pop out on that world tree. This is the Wanderer in reverse, just like the world tree is. You got the Seven of Arrows and security in reverse. And then we got number 4 card, Major Arcana, the Green Man, right side up. Okay. So remember I was saying something about this is the end of the story for the Wanderer or the Fool. And this deck is the Wanderer. This is the Wanderer. This is you. And this number 0 right here, that's the all. You know, you might look at it like God or something like that. This is like God driving you or having your back, you know, being the driving force behind you. This is something that with you being in reverse, this is not your first rodeo. This is not your first time going down this path over and over again. Like I said, this is a cycle that you keep going through. You have not completed whatever it is that you need to complete in this cycle for things to change. You may want them to, you may not. It all really depends. But you know, abundance is coming out of it, just like in this president. You probably want that shit to change. Right here, we have security. With the 7 of Arrows in reverse, it's the number of heaven and earth. You know, it's like not being grounded, no divine intervention. It's like no messages from the ancestors. It kind of really just came to me that back here in this situation, you may have been trying to do something that nobody else in your family has ever tried to achieve, or something like that. You know, some to that extent. But there's a lot of security, but maybe not a lot of fulfillment. It's just like you're confident that whatever this is, you can do it. Like, you got this shit. Look at this. You got this number 4 right here. This is the number of being grounded. And this is the Green Man. You know, this is the number of being grounded. The number of elements, you know what I'm saying? You might be going through seasons or something like that. That 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you might be going through winter, spring, summer, fall, so on and so forth, to trying to accomplish this. It's not that you're going through it. It's that you've gone through it. This is the past, remember? This is the past, and this is the Green Man. You see he's got his pot going, and he's stirring and stirring his pot. The shit is popping, it's bubbling, and everything. And he's just really, really working on this recipe, working on this routine, or whatever it is that you had going on in this past. I really feel like there's a lot of trial and error in this past. And that triumph, there's not been a lot of triumph. You know what I mean? But whatever it is that's going on in here is like you're confident about. It's like a rapper. You know, like a local rapper, you know, somebody who has not made it in the industry, but they just keep making demos, keep making demos. It may not be a lot of fulfillment in it, but it's the same cycle that they're going over and over again. You know, they keep searching for beats, writing these songs, putting lyrics to them, going to the studio, going to do shows, and they putting it out there, and really have not gained a shitload off it. They're not getting the baby's money or little baby money or you know what I'm saying, whoever else, Boosie, whatever. You know, they just working, you know, and it's not a lot of prevail, but it's not enough to make them quit, to make them stop, because they were with the shit. They're just like, yo, you know, I just got this new track, right? You know, every time you see them, they just optimistic about what it is that they doing, and it's almost like that's you in your situation. Like, man, I just jumped on this project, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to watch. I'm going to blow off this shit. That's you. That's like a beautiful energy in here, you know? As long as you got something else on the side that's keeping you booming and moving. Let's go to this present. Okay, coming to the present, remember there's no abundance. There's like no gain in this situation. You know, and this thing, and you're seeing it from one perspective. Maybe out of, to some extent, out of stubbornness, but I'm not saying that necessarily in a negative way. You know, remember you're a rapper. You're confident in yourself and you believe in yourself, you know, and you just know that you're going to make something happen. Right here, we got the 7 of Stones in reverse, the Knight of Vessels in reverse, right side up, and then the King of Vessels in reverse. Been getting a lot of Vessels cards on these last couple of readings. The 7 of Stones right here, the 7 in reverse, once again, that's that number 7. You know, that 7 of heaven and earth, being grounded in divine intervention is just not happening. You know, this is the card of healing. There's no healing going on in the situation. You know what I mean? It's just almost like, I kind of want to say like an obsession. You feel me? Like to where it's almost sickening, but not. I'm so sorry if you guys are taking this negatively, you know, but I don't mean this in a negative manner. You know what I mean? You just like, you might be losing sleep thinking about the show you got to do, or thinking about the pack of CDs that you just ordered of your work. coming in, but you just obsessed. You putting everything into this project, everything it is into what it is that you want to do. We got something that's coming down though. This is a snake, an eel. It's an eel, but I'm seeing it as a snake, and it's down this fulfilling ass river. You see what I'm saying? There's so much fulfillment going on around there, and where that come from? Where that come from? Is that a janky promoter? You know what I'm saying? I keep using the reference of a person, of a rapper or a rock or singer or whatever during a demo or something like that, but I really am talking about you putting together your project. This could be you on a business venture and an investor comes around. You know what I mean? In this particular situation, this entity is a snake. They aren't the best at what it is that they do, but they aren't the worst at what it is that they do. But definitely an eye needs to be kept on them, especially with this King of Vessels right here in reverse. This is about not having any sight into the future. Like, there is no future in whatever this is, okay? So don't get me twisted. I'm not saying that there's no future in whatever it is that you got going on. I'm saying when it comes to involving this snake, it may not be any future. The snake is trying to get Eve to bite the apple. You feel me? And trying to destroy everything that's been built. However far you've gotten this far, this janky promoter is coming through, and they're trying to tell you that you need them. You know what I mean? They coming down to your road of fulfillment. Mind you, you have a road of fulfillment, fulfilling things, accomplishments. You see what I'm saying? And they're trying to come in and jump in and get a piece of your pie. You know what I mean? And according to this present right here, there's no future in their front. There's no future in what it is that they got, what they're trying to add to you. So this lack of abundance right here in this present is not your lack of abundance. It's you not gaining anything off of their help, their aid and assistance, especially they coming to you like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hire me and, put me on your paperwork and pay me this or pay me that, or you don't have to pay me now, but once you get on, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be looking for my cut or something like that, and if it's something to that extent, you might want to think 2 or 3 times before actually indulging and jumping in and going with their program. You got your own thing that you've been working on. You got your own pot. You got your own formula that you've been putting together, that you've been putting down. And you might want to just keep on working on that. You know what I mean? Especially going into the future. Remember I was saying you don't want to think so far ahead. You don't want to think so big. You see what I'm saying? And maybe this person right here in this present is bringing it to you like, I could take you here. I could take you there. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this and that amount on this and that. You know what I mean? And really just trying to get in on your glory. Okay? It's you the one that's popping. You the one that's got it right now. You got to know that, okay? Let's go into this future and get a little bit of clarification. Bam, boom, pop. Look at that. Now, mind you, the main general energy is this Ace of Arrows in reverse, right? Look at right there in the middle. Clarifying the Ace of Arrows in reverse. Okay, so you got the 18, the moon, on the water, right side, in reverse. Beautiful card, like that for me, okay? Ace of Arrows in reverse, the 3 of Stones in reverse. This is all the future, all of them are in reverse. Everything in this future can be changed, can be switched around. It all really, I imagine, depends on which way you go, which direction you go. Starting off with this 18, this moon on the water, you got the number 1 and the number 8. Both numbers, no matter which way you flip them, they're still going to be the number 1 and the number 8. You add them together, you got the number 9, it's the universe just right there, just in everything. But the 1 is the beginning of something, 8 is something that's ongoing, okay? This is, right side up, there's like an eyeglass lens right here, and then there's a little path, you know what I mean? And it's all this fiascos and emotion and whatever it is going on in this background, you know what I mean? I don't really look at all that as a positive situation that's going on in that background. But you can't see it. It's almost like a surprise coming up to you with the right side up. In reverse, it's more like the path is clear. The path is clear to you. You can see the bullshit and whatever it is going on up ahead. You see what I'm saying? Right here you got this Ace in reverse. Once again, something stopping. Not thinking way the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Not letting somebody take your mind way the fuck over here. You see what I'm saying? You just it's almost it's like you hit to the fact right here in this future. Um, you're not this person or the situation or this investor or whatever it is not about to help you take off. You know what I mean? It's just like you got this. You can do this on your own. And there's three of stones right here in reverse. It's a beautiful setup for me. This whole future right here is a beautiful setup for me if what I'm saying is right about this snake in the present. Because this is you uprooting. This is you not dedicating to yourself, not dedicating to the situation, not grounding yourself in this situation. The divine is not into this. You making all your own choices in this situation. You see this person right here is stuck with these roots. Their feet, they've been in the same place so long that their feet have become roots grounded into the ground. They can't move. You see, they're holding up these pillars. These pillars are holding themselves up. They're holding up self-sustaining walls. See what I'm saying? And then you can see that there's an opening back here. You can't see their back. All kind of shit going on behind their back. Right here in reverse, ain't none of that. Ain't no vulnerabilities. Ain't no being stuck and signing into this contract or this agreement or whatever it is. It's you getting the fuck on down, moving on down and doing your own thing in this situation. Being creative, that is the card of creativity right side up. You know what I mean? But I really feel like there's still creativity going on in this situation. You just aren't handing all your creativity over to somebody else in the situation. You know what I mean? You are being smart about the moves that you need to make. I just realized that everything in this present is in reverse as well. So all of these things can change. You know, it's a lot of reverse cards in here. It's funny, all these reverses going on, and we in Mercury retrograde with all these, and they're going, you know, it's Mercury orbiting backwards. You know, Mercury retrograde. Mercury is all about communication, and retrograde is about miscommunication. Is what has a lot of miscommunication definitions in it. You know, and or defining it. I'm sorry, a lot of miscommunication is defining it in Mercury retrograde, and it just really makes me think that in this present situation with this snake coming down, because things can change. It can be a future in it. It can be what you need, some abundance and some healing in it. But I think it's really all about reading the contract, making sure that whatever deal it is that's being laid on the table is something that's going to work for you. So it's not even so much that this situation is not for you. Ah, shit. Man, scratch that. Everything in the reverse. This middle card right here is right side up. I'm sorry. The middle card is right side up. So yeah, the present is as it is. You know, you have to read the contract. You know what I mean? See what the deal is, and I'm pretty sure that you'll probably see that it's janky, that it's not going to really work for you. Let's get some clarifications going on. You got the past, the present, and the future. In the past, you got this 5 of arrows. There's no stability. There's like instability there. It's not that there's no stability. There's just a little instability, right? You're trying to be the greatest it is that you can be. You're taking shot after shot after shot after shot, and you're going through this cycle. You see what I'm saying? And you feel like you might have had just like one shot left to kill this goat, to be the greatest. You know, the GOAT is GOAT, the greatest of all times. And you take out the GOAT, then you take that GOAT's place, right? You become the greatest of all times. And I really feel like you just we're really persistent. You know what I mean? You're not giving up on your dreams and what it is that you want. You got this 3 of arrows in reverse. This is the card of jealousy, getting shot in the heart. You know what I'm saying? Getting shot down. But it's in reverse. And I think that whoever this entity is, the snake, this eel coming down your vessel of your canal of fulfillment. They want what it is that you got, but I don't think that they'll prevail. I think you will stop them in their tracks, okay? That is the best thing in this situation for you to do. If you're a contractor out here trying to get somebody that's a Virgo and you see my video, I'm sorry, man. I just shit on your deal, but shame, tisk, tisk, tisk. Coming in the future, we have the 13th card, the card of the journey. You do have divine intervention in here with this number 3, and then you got this number 1, and that's about the beginning. This right here is a situation. This is somebody picking at the situation. These are all the little ravens, vultures, or whatever the fuck flying around, in an emotional situation. They're probably really gonna try to make this shit emotional for you. Try to come at you, and just I don't know, just make you feel warm and welcome. You know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying. Anything it is to convince you, just trying to give you something to think about. Anything that's going to convince you to sign on the dotted line or to go with whatever it is that they're talking about and that they're trying to do. And you just look at the situation as dead. You know, there's nothing in this situation. They're just picking at it. The only person that's not in this situation, that's not entertaining this, is you. And that's the way you need to keep it. You need to not entertain whatever it is that they're trying to bring at you. And in this future, I think you're going to do a good job at avoiding it, okay? Avoiding whatever it is. Final message from the universe is the Page of Stones in reverse. This is about something bad coming in, okay? Immature energy, something just, it might not be horrible or anything like that, but it's something bad, you know? So, yeah, just definitely beware of that entity coming to visit you and offering you promises and telling you that you can have this and that if you fucking with them, you know what I mean? You can get that record contract, or you can get that building deal, or whatever it is, a book deal, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, the funding for your project, you know, with stipulations, so on and so forth. You know, I just think whatever the situation is, you can do it yourself, and you don't need, even if you can't do it yourself, whoever's coming your way is probably no good for whatever it is that you're trying to get out of it. Skip that person and go on to the next person that can help. That's all I'm saying, all right? It's just really not a good time to deal with whoever or whatever this entity is. Let's go back to this Moonology Oracle deck coming up on just past 27 minutes. Step out of your comfort zone, the North Node. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing things that scare you within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked for. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? The attunement to the moon was, I know I'm headed in the right direction. I know I'm headed in the right direction. It really does go together a lot on this reading. You know what I mean? I think that your persistence, your perseverance, or your persistence is allowing you to persevere. You know what I mean? There's just something or some kind of entity that's coming along that's going to offer you a hand. And it's just like, you know, you can do it yourself. You are heading in the right direction. Okay, Virgo? Man, it's been so great sitting here chilling, kicking it with you guys, doing your reading. I am Tarot King the Prophet. This has been another Crown King Tarot presentation. I am up out of here. Love, blessings, light, and peace.